Hello, so let's actually make a start and compile some exam documents then. Now, how we're going to do this is using something called LaTeX. Now, LaTeX is effectively a bit of code that you write, and then you use a compiler to turn that code into a physical document, okay? So there are lots of compilers out there. This is an example of one. You've got TechMaker. Some other examples is TechStudio, TechWorks. I mean, there's lots of different compilers out there, and they all pretty much do the same thing. You have code, and then you compile that code into a physical document. Now, the compiler that we're actually going to use for the course of these videos, and the compiler that I recommend you use as teachers, is something called Overleaf. Now, the advantage of Overleaf is that you don't need to download any software. It's completely online. Now, the reason why I recommend that you do this as a teacher is because often you'll be working on something at home, and then you may go into school or into your college and then think, I just need to quickly tweak something. Well, as long as you've got internet access, you can just log into Overleaf and then your code and all your documents are there. Okay, so it just makes things really, really easy, particularly if you know you're going to be working on different computers. Okay, so Overleaf, go to overleaf.com and then just simply sign in. Now, you're probably going to be a new user, so you can either log in up here or you can register. And I'm just going to register using Google. So I'm just going to log in with Partner Maths or Maths Partner, okay? And then you should get a screen which looks something like this. So let's go for create our first project together. And I'm going to go for a blank project, and I'm just going to give it a name. So I'm just going to call this exam template, okay? And then just click the green create button, and then it brings up a document something like this. Now, you notice the setup of this screen. On the left-hand side, you have all of your documents, okay? So what I would recommend that you do is every time that you create a new exam document or a new worksheet document, you just simply stick them down here on the left-hand side. Then the code which I was talking about, so what we're actually going to be writing, will go in the middle screen down here, okay? Now, don't worry about all of this at the minute, because actually what I want you to do first of all is delete all of that, okay? So I don't want you to worry about any of that at all. But then effectively, the final document will be compiled over here, and then you can download it, and obviously the recompile button is here. So let's actually start by writing our own document. So I'm just going to come over here, and I'm going to rename this. So I just simply come over to main.tech, right-click, click rename, and let's call this example exam, okay? And then we click enter, and then that's saved. So this is the file which we're going to use. Now let's actually make a start by writing some code. So I want you to come to this middle window here. And the first thing I want to do is actually tell LaTeX or tell Overleaf what the document class is going to be. Now there are lots of different documents classes, okay? But the one which we're going to be using because we're creating an exam or a worksheet is the exam document class. Now in LaTeX, all of your commands are given by a backslash, okay? So what I mean, it's found just next to the Z key. That one there, okay? And the nice thing about Overleaf is it will bring up some suggestions of commonly used commands which you might want to use. Now we're actually just going to create the document class, so I just simply want you to type document class. Now, when we in Overleaf, when we want to put our inputs, we use curly brackets. So hopefully you can see here, these are curly brackets found next to the P key and between the P and the enter key, okay? So let's actually put the exam document class in there. So this will basically tell LaTeX or tell Overleaf that we're going to be using the document class exam. Okay. Now actually there's a couple of things which I just want to change about the document class. So I want to change parameters. Now when I want to change parameters in LaTeX, I come between the curly brackets and the command and I type in square brackets. Okay. So square brackets, these ones here. And then conveniently, the curly brackets and square brackets are found in the same place on the keyboard, right? Now, let's actually put some parameters in here. So the first parameter I want to do is A4 paper, okay? So that will tell LaTeX that I want to create an exam which is designed to be printed on A4 paper. Not strictly speaking necessary, but again, this is just how I set up my exam document class. Then to put my next parameter in, I just put a comma. And the next one is add points. Now this isn't going to be useful necessarily for this video, but it will come in useful later on. Basically what this will do is when I assign marks to particular questions, it means that LaTeX will run a bit of code that will add those marks up for me automatically, okay? And then the final parameter that I want you to put in is the size of the font. Now I'm going to use the default size, the biggest default size of the font which I can use, which is 12 points. So I'm just going to type 12 PT. Okay, so 12 points. And again, if you wanted it to be slightly smaller, you could put 11 or 10 or 9, okay? But this is the biggest default size of font which I can use, which is 12 points. So I just put 12 PT, okay? Now we're ready to actually physically create a question. So I can just put this onto a new line, okay? Now in LaTeX, I need to begin some documents. So I'm just going to type / again, and then type begin, then open my curly brackets and just put document and close the brackets. Now if I click enter, it will automatically end the document as well. So this is really important in Overleaf and LaTeX. If I create a command that begins something, I also need to end it somewhere else. So basically, LaTeX will read this, or Overleaf will read this. Between these two commands, begin and end, this is where my document is going to be. Okay? Everything outside that is all preamble. It's just information for Overleaf to use. Okay. Now I also want to begin my questions. So same thing, / begin, and I'm going to go questions. Now if I close my bracket here, okay, you notice that LaTeX in this case hasn't closed the begin and end. It's because it's not a commonly used command, okay, because exam is a very specific document class, and questions, begin and end questions, is part of that document class. So I'm just going to type it in manually down here, just end and then questions. Okay, now I'm ready to go. So all I'm going to do between this begin and end document and this begin and end questions, I'm just going to type an example question and then see what this looks like. So the way to start a question is just /. So I'm going to start a command, and the command is simply question. Now in this case, I'm actually going to tell LaTeX that I want some marks to be awarded here. So the way which I award marks to a question, you see that my cursor is still next to the question. I haven't put a space or anything in between where I've typed question. I'm just going to type square brackets. I'm going to open and close those square brackets. I'm just going to assign the number of marks that I want for this question. So in this case, I'm going to award a 4-mark question. So I'm going to put 4 here. Now I'm going to put a space, and now I'm ready to type my question. Okay, so let's actually just type something like find the equation of the tangent to, now this is where it's really cool, or LaTeX is really useful over something like Microsoft Word or other sort of document compilers, because I can actually enter maths mode here. Okay, so if I want to type specific mathematical symbols, LaTeX makes it really easy to type mathematical symbols in there for me, and really quick as well. So the way which I'm going to do this is using the $ command. So this is Shift and 4 on my keyboard. You can see how it's turned green. That basically means it's expecting maths. Now, I'm not going to go into how to use mathematical symbols and things in LaTeX, because honestly, it's fairly intuitive, and there's loads of other videos out there which can do that for you. Okay, but if you're not sure, there is a cheat sheet which I will link to in the description below, which will give you pretty much all of the main commands which you may want to use when you're compiling documents. So let's just write a polynomial. So let's go y equals, let's go 4x squared. So to get the power, I'm going to type my hat symbol. So this will read as 4x squared. Okay, minus 5x, let's say plus 7. Okay, now let's see what this looks like. Very simple. Let's see what this looks like. So the way to do this, I've got my code over here on the left-hand side. So to compile the document, I just click up here with recompile. You can see the shortcut is Control and Enter. So I'm just going to click that. It will take a couple of seconds to compile for me. Then you can see over here on the right-hand side, this is what my final document will look like. So if I wanted to download this, I would just click this Download PDF button, and then that will be my final document there. Of course, I can also sort of do things like fit to width or fit to height. I can also zoom in, but you can see that basically it's just created a very simple sheet, okay, with the number of points at the start and then my find the equation of the tangent to, and also you notice that it's got really nice mathematical modes in here. So y equals 4x squared minus 5x plus 7. It looks really, really nice, okay? And if I wanted to create more questions, I could really easily do that just by adding another question underneath. Okay, so if I come back to my code down here, maybe put a couple of lines in between, doesn't matter, then just type another question and then put the number of points, say it's only a 2-point question, and say, okay, expand, and let's enter my maths mode, x minus 2, x plus 3. Okay, and then again, close that bracket, and then again, all I have to do is just click recompile, and you can see it automatically numbers the questions over here on the right hand side, and it puts the number of points down here. Okay, so if I wanted to create a really quick and simple and frankly not very nicely formatted, but it works, question document, this is one really, really easy way that I can do it. I can just keep listing my questions down here with a number of points, type my questions, recompile, boom, give it to students, and I'm done. But I think we can do slightly better, and I think we can format this slightly nicer.